What's up, everybody? Skunk72 coming from you from where am I now? I now believe I'm in Agua Dulce, California. Y'all aren't gonna believe what I just did. Just did one of the best vlogs I've ever done in my life because of some recent things that have been happening around here. And I didn't have my microphone plugged in. Oh my god, I can't believe that. Seriously, best vlog ever. So, what I was getting into is I'm testing out a new camera mount right now. It's made by TOZ, T-O-Z, that I got off of Amazon for it. I believe it was like $8. I happened to see it when Sean Smoke was doing his video when he was trying to set up his Klein helmet for vlogging to be his backup vlog. And it just happens to have the name stamped on it, T-O-Z. So I did a quick Amazon search, and sure enough, there it was. Now, what it does is, it's a 90-degree arm. I'll throw a picture of it up. A 90-degree arm, so if you don't have a flat spot on the front of your helmet, you can put your mount off to the side and still have the chin mount view, which is what I prefer. Now my current helmet, my bell, I was able to get some of that 3M rubber tape, and I was able to go ahead and mount on the front of my helmet, and it worked, but I'm not going to have this same helmet forever. So I went ahead and bought one of those, the TOZ mount, and got it all set up on my bell helmet for now, just to make sure it works. So I don't know how this angle is going to work out. I might have to do some tweaking. So I'm on my way out to Lancaster right now to check out a store called... Okay, so I don't remember the name of the store. It'll come to me in a second. Rider's Choice, that's the name of the place. One of the guys that works at the hospital that I go to all the time suggested I check here because I'm looking for some summer gloves that will have better airflow. My hands won't get so hot, but will still be protective. So I'm gonna go check this place out and see what they got. So I'm sure all you guys have watched the news, and my little city of Santa Clarita is famous nationwide right now for that little road rage incident that happened on the freeway the other day. Now, that's not only a few minutes from where I live, but it is also in my coverage area where I work EMS where this happened. So, somebody fired up their dash cam video. It was actually a little... They got the entire... Well, I don't want to say the entire incident. They got the entire outcome of the incident on video. But there was clearly something going on before that. And from what I could see in the video, I could probably pretty much tell what it is. So in this video, you see a gentleman on a street glide coming up behind a car, and he goes to pass them in the carpool lane, where this car is half in the fast lane, half in the carpool lane. So in California, there's a double yellow line. You're not supposed to cross it until there's an opening to get in and out of the carpool lane. Well, this car was using up both the fast lane and the carpool lane, so it was kind of obvious that the bike was lane splitting, and this douche in the car apparently doesn't like the fact that bike's lane split, probably thinks it's illegal, and decided to take it upon himself to block the car, or block the bike from lane splitting. Well, the bike goes around on the car's left side instead, and kicks the rear fender on the way by. Well, first of all, for me, I would have taken their mirror off, because if you kick their back fender, you're in a bad position where they can do something to try and hurt you, which they did. Now this homie He's got unbelievable riding skills. So if you've seen the video, it looks like the car contacts him, but he is able to keep his bike up and avoid everything and get by. So, I'm not going to condone what he did. Kicking the car was wrong. But what happens is his car swerves, tries to ram him into a wall. Pretty much misses him, car loses control, hits the center divider wall, bounces back into traffic, and causes an innocent person that's just driving in their Escalade to get T-boned by this car coming off the wall, and then the Escalade flips over. So the general consensus I've seen in people's comments of this video were, oh, that biker's an asshole, he caused the whole thing. Again, I'm not going to condone his kicking the car, but whatever, he did what he did. You know, cagers piss me off all the time, so I understand where he's coming from. Now, does a simple kick in your fender justify trying to kill him by ramming him to a wall? It definitely, most definitely does not. You know, the same people that are saying that, oh, that was all that biker's fault, he should be arrested, are probably the same people that throw a fit when a police officer kills somebody that has a knife. Oh, deadly force wasn't necessary. Well, the way I see it is trying to ram a biker into a wall when you're in a car is deadly force. That is a felony. The person in that car should serve prison time for what they did. That's just my take. You can't try and kill people for something so little. You know, me personally, I'm lucky enough that my station is about 4 miles away from my house, and I don't have to commute. I get to use my bike for fun. I don't have to commute. I got a ton of respect for people that ride their bikes every day and commute. And the reason that they ride their bike every day is so they can split traffic, split lanes, filter, whatever you want to call it. What these cagers don't understand, that get angry and say, oh, you should have to wait in line like everybody else. We're actually benefiting you by lane splitting. You're all pissed off from sitting in traffic, you want to get where you're going, you know, your precious time. Guess what? If all the bikes have to wait in traffic too, that just adds more traffic. It's going to take you longer to get where you're going. And let me point this out again and be totally clear. Lane splitting is legal in California. Purposely maneuvering your car to block a lane splitter is illegal. Not to mention trying to hit someone when your car is an assault with a deadly weapon and a felony. And I just want to make that perfectly clear, because I've had some people question the fact that when I lane filter at traffic signals and stuff. I had somebody yesterday that commented and asked me, yo, isn't that dangerous? Aren't you going to damage somebody else's car? And don't get me wrong, this dude was totally cool. He was just asking. You know, I have no problem with you asking me questions. So what I explained to him is that if I filter through to the front of the line at a traffic light, I take myself out of a position where I can get rear-ended. Now, if I'm filtering and somebody's about to change lanes, I can look for that. I can try and react to it. If they take that lane splitting away from me, then I am being put in a position where I can get rear-ended. And if I'm sitting waiting for a light and I'm going to get rear-ended, there's not a damn thing I can do about it. I don't even get a chance to react to try and save myself. So by lane filtering, I'm giving myself a chance. You know, I apologize if you don't like it. I apologize if a motorcycle going by you scares you. I will point out that when I lane split, I do it quite safely. Yeah. I'm not going to get out of hand here. I've been a little bit hooligan-like lately, lane splitting. But what I don't do is split like the fast lane and the carpool lane at 80 miles an hour when all the cars are at dead stop. Some people do, and you know, great, if that's your thing. That's just not the way I ride. I'm not going to judge other people for what they do. It's none of my business. So I haven't been out in a couple weeks on the bike, and there's a reason for it. My air conditioner in my house has not been working. and it's been well over 100 degrees in Southern California every day lately. Well, normally, like during summer, once I get acclimated to it, I'll go ride when it's over 100 degrees. It's not a big deal. There's no way in hell I'm going to park my bike all summer. But what we did, we went from 60 degrees to over 100 overnight. So, on top of that, the air conditioning in my house was not working. Now I have a little ritual when I come home for a ride when it's hot. I will strip off all my gear and just sit under the air conditioner vent just to get myself cooled off. Well, when it was about 95 degrees in my house, and it's 95 still air, it's got no air movement whatsoever except for a couple fans that were just blowing hot air around and making like a blowtorch. I didn't have my cool down method, so I just kind of stayed off the bike for the past week or so that I've been wanting to go riding. So we had a guy come by a few days ago to look at the air conditioner, and I think it was last year before last, I had some water leaking from the indoor part of the unit that was leaving a stain on the lower floor ceiling. So me being big bad man, I went up there, got into where the unit is, and found a piece that had water dripping off of it. It was just a slow drip. Me being kind of a dumbass didn't think that little drip could not have caused that huge water stain in such a short time. I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to loosen this nut up. I'll throw some Teflon tape on there, seal it up, tighten it back down. Yeah, well, it turns out that was the coolant line, and I basically let all the coolant out. So that was at the end of summer, and we never really need the air conditioner after that day. So I had somebody else come over, a friend's dad. He helped me clear out my drain line, which I got a really weird air conditioner. It's supposed to have a primary drain and a secondary drain. It doesn't have that. It only has the one drain that leads to the outside. Well, it turns out the reason for the water spot is that drain was all clogged up. We just rammed some compressed air through it, shot mud all over my backyard that came out of the pipe. Problem solved. Well, the next summer comes around, I go turn on my air conditioner, it doesn't work. Had somebody come by, and he pointed out that I'm a dumbass and I let all my coolant out and it was going to be really expensive, and he went ahead and refilled the coolant for me, charged me a shit ton of money, which I gladly paid to get the air conditioner going. And then the air conditioner worked all summer. So this summer comes around, turn on the air conditioner, and it's pumping hot air. I'm thinking, hey, dude already fixed that, so it can't be the coolant again, something else is wrong. Had somebody come by, checked it, the coolant was a little bit low again. I think it was empty again. He puts coolant in, drains out instantly. So this guy's solution, after being at my house for less than an hour, is you need an entire new air conditioner unit. Jackass. So I thought I was going to put $5,000 into a new air conditioning unit, and I had a friend who's a general contractor and said, whoa, time out. Let me send my guy by, take a look at it, and we can get a second opinion just to make sure. So his guy came by yesterday, and it turns out that the area that I screwed with was still leaking. So he went ahead and fixed that, refilled my Freon again for me at a discounted rate, and now my air conditioner is working. Granted, it's an old air conditioning unit, and he said, yeah, you're still gonna have to replace it eventually, but it's not dead to the point where you can't use it this summer. So the nice second opinion worked out for me there. And it's all fixed. Now I can go ride. I can do my ritual of sitting under the air conditioner after my ride. What's up, everyone? Just left the Rider's Choice store in Lancaster, California. Went in looking for some gloves that were a little more breathables for summer, yet still something that'll make me feel safe-ish. And honestly, I was shocked. They got some pretty decent pricing in there. I picked up a pair of Alpine Stars that I never thought I would buy, just because they're usually way overpriced. But found a pair that I like, and you know, they're breathable, but they still got the knuckle protector on them. They feel a little different because they're not as thick as the leather gloves, but I'll get used to it. I really like them, actually. I have to break in a little bit, they're a little stiff, but so far good to go. Those full grain leather ones that I was wearing were just cooking my hands. And it turns out that these are touchscreen compatible too, which I've been wanting. So everything feels really weird right now because these gloves are so thin, I'm not used to it. It looks like I'm going to get my first anterior elbow burn of the year today. Didn't even think about putting on sunblock. Stupid. But oh well. I'll get over it, I guess. Have to get it over with somehow. I know I've mentioned it many times before that I am not a motorcycle racist. I don't care what kind of bike you ride. I just have respect for everybody that rides. So, with that being said, I happen to watch a lot of sport biker vlogs, you know, like Baker X Derek. I watch Chase on Two Wheels a lot. Jake the Garden Snake, Snowcat. Yeah, I watch all these guys. So when somebody goes down and gets hurt, I feel bad. I'm not one to be happy for anybody getting hurt. So I just want to get a quick little shout out to RPSTV out in Florida. He had a little trouble with his bike where his throttle was being unresponsive, and then all of a sudden it would just like surge. So he would have his throttle in a certain spot and it wouldn't be doing anything, then all of a sudden it would just get the power that it should have when the throttle's in that spot. So what ended up happening to him, he was trying to pass somebody on the freeway or getting on the freeway or something like that, gunned it, and the bike didn't do anything. And he was in first gear, so when he gunned it, the bike didn't do anything. Then all of a sudden the power kicked in, caused him to loop his bike, and from the sounds of it, his bike might be totaled. He messed up his ankle, so he's out of commission for a little bit. So I just want to give a quick shout out, RPSTV. Get well soon, brother. Sorry you got hurt. I can't wait to see you back on two wheels. I'll do a little quick first impressions here. I really like these gloves. I can feel the air going through them. I'm gonna have to put on the screen the exact model name of them, but I mean, they're light, they're a little bit thin, so everything feels a little different. But I don't know, man, they're comfortable. You know, they're a little bit tight right now, like, you know, any gloves, they gotta kind of form to the user's hand. But I really think I'm going to like them. I'm loving all the airflow I'm getting. And I'm not one to ride without gloves. I'm just not comfortable without them. So anyway, so far, these are very highly recommended. So I'll say more on them later on down the line. During summer, we'll see how well they hold up. They were, I think, 59 bucks. Which, you know, I could have gotten cheaper if I had bought another pair of like Sedici's or Built. the one pair of boat gloves I have I didn't like. The Sedichis I really liked, but they were, you know, just too thick and too hot for summer. So I never thought I'd buy a pair of Alpine Stars because they're so high priced.